How's going on, everybody? It's me, the one that loves cartoons, and in today's video, well, I'm gonna be talking about a cartoon. So, in today's video, I'm gonna review Ninjago Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, the Ice chapter. So, before you watch this video, go and watch my Fire chapter review, because I reviewed Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, the Fire chapter, the first half of Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu. So, go watch it. I give my thoughts on the Fire chapter, and then come and watch this one. But if you did watch my Fire chapter review, then well, watch this video, enjoy this video. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do in this video is that I'm gonna review each episode of the Ice chapter, then I'm gonna talk about the stuff that I liked, then the stuff that I didn't like, and then I'm gonna give the Ice chapter a score out of 10, and then at the end I'm gonna give like my thoughts on the entire season on Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu in this video. So yeah, like a quick like my quick thoughts on the entire season, and how and I'm gonna give the entire season a score out of 10 at the end of the video. So yeah, so let's review the Ice chapter. So episode 16, which is the first episode of the Ice chapter. So because like the Fire chapter ended with episode 15, so yeah, this is episode 16. So the Never Realm, which is like the season premiere of the Ice chapter, which is, like I said, the very first episode of the Ice chapter. So the ninjas are in the Never Realm, and the land bounty fell off a cliff, but the ninjas, they survived, and Cole lost the Traveler's Tea, and the ninja fought some wolves, and they found frozen people. Then some people from the Never Realm came, and they took the ninjas to their village, and they met an old lady named Sorla, and she told them that Zane, because they asked her about Zane, and she said that Zane is captured by the Ice Emperor. So the episode is just okay in my opinion. It's a mediocre premiere for this chapter. It's better, like it's like the premiere like is much better than the Fire chapter's premiere, to be honest. So yeah, I mean we get to the good stuff until the very end of the episode with the Ice Emperor and the General Vex. So yeah, it's an okay episode. It's not a bad episode, really. So we go to episode 16, episode 17, titled Firemaker. So Kai is still mad about not having his powers, and Utag and Boma saw that the Ice Samurais are coming, so they warned Sorla and the others. So Sorla wants to stay and protect the fire, and Kai's he's still mad about not having his powers, and he wished that he could have helped them. So the ninjas fought some Blizzard Samurais, and they discovered that some of the samurais are frozen people, like corrupted people, and others are just ice. And the fire was taken out by the Blizzard Samurais, by Grimfax. So Kai is sad, and he got his powers back, and he made another fire. So everyone is happy. The villagers got their fire back. So yeah, the episode is okay. It's an average episode, in my opinion. It's a little bit better than okay, like it's more than okay. But yeah. So we go to episode 18, titled An Unlikely Ally. So Nia is mad that she can't control her power because the water is frozen, and Lloyd went alone to search for Zane, and he met a wolf, and he found the land bounty and the location, and he found also the location to the Titanomach. So yeah, the episode is okay too, in my opinion. It's okay. I like some of the scenes with Lloyd, so yeah. But yeah, it's okay. So we go to episode 19, titled The Absolute Worst, and this episode is the absolute worst. So this episode wanted to test the 2D/anime style in Ninjago, and the animation looks solid. Like the 2D animation looks solid in my opinion. But the placement of the episode is just very bad. The episode is very bad. I mean, we get to see the prisoners talking about they were like escaping, and they were talking about the worst ninja, but then Pixel showed up, and she like captured them. So yeah, the episode is bad. It's really bad. It's not, I mean, I think it's not even canon, well, at least those stories that the criminal were telling, in my opinion. I mean, when did the events of those stories took place in? I mean, the ninjas captured, like the ninjas defeated the Sons of Garmadon at the end of Hunted. So why the SOG are taking over Ninjago City in an ultraviolet story? The SOG were very dangerous in season 8. So to have them escape and just fight the ninjas and in a one-off episode is very bad in my opinion. Then the ninjas took them 2 seasons to defeat the Sons of Garmadon, and like in this episode, Zane just took Ultraviolet and the others all by himself. Like he defeated them all by himself. So yeah, the absolute worst is very bad. So we go to episode 20, and it's a good episode. So Lloyd found the Titanmech and Zane's message, and that Zane is probably dead, and Lloyd took the mech. So yeah, the episode is good. Really, it's really good. So we go to episode 21, titled "The Traveler's Tea." So the Traveler's Tree. So Cole is blaming himself about losing the tea. Then a kid told him about the Traveler's Tree. So Cole flies solo, and he got attacked by a beast named Crag. So the episode is above average in my opinion. So yeah, so we go to Crag's limit. So Cole is fighting Crag. Then he found out that Crag's family are dead, and they were killed by the Blizzard Samurais and like the Ice Emperor. So Crag helped Cole, and he found the tree, and Crag came back with Cole. So the episode is good, although I do have flaws with it. So yeah, but it's good. So we go to episode 23, titled "Secret of the Wolf." So the episode is just okay, to be honest. So Lloyd fought a giant creature and he defeated him, and the wolf turned out to be a girl named Akira. So Lloyd is pissed off, so he leaves her, but then he became friend with her in like the same episode, like a few minutes after like he was mad at her. So she told him her story. She told Lloyd that she's gonna tell him her story and all that. So yeah, the episode is just okay in my opinion. Although I love the ending with the Ice Emperor summoning his ice dragon. So we go to the Formling episode. So yeah, the Formlings episode, and it's an anime episode or 2D episode, whatever you want to call it. So Akita told Lloyd about her backstory, and we learned that Vex used to live with the Formlings, but he never got his animal form. So Akira and Kitaru found their animal forms, but the village was frozen by the Emperor and his dragon. It's all because of Vex. So Akira wants revenge. So her motivation reminded me of someone. You know, it's Asphira. But I'm happy that she's not exactly like Asphira. So yeah, she doesn't like scream revenge every 5 seconds. So yeah, I loved Akira's backstory and her motivations. So yeah, the episode is good in my opinion. The anime style was used very well in this episode because it's a flashback episode. So yeah, and it was not used for filler like the absolute worst episode. So this episode used the anime style in a very good way. So we go to the episode "My Enemy, My Friend." So the ice dragon freezed the village, and Kai failed to protect it. He failed to protect the villagers. So yeah, so Kai was sad, and he told them to get the land bounty and go to the Ice Emperor's castle. So Lloyd started fighting the Ice Dragon, but the Ice Dragon knocked Lloyd down, and he took him to the Ice Emperor, and Lloyd immediately found out that the Ice Emperor is none other than Zane. So the episode is good. I liked this episode, really. Yeah, it's not great, but it's a good episode. So we go to the Kaiju Protocol episode, which I think it's like a Halloween special. I don't know if it's a Halloween special, but yeah, it's kind of like a Halloween special episode since the episode was released in like October, and the Ice chapter was concluded in October. So yeah, I don't know if it's a Halloween episode, but the episode is very, very bad. It's another filler episode, and seriously, why this episode came right after the reveal of Zane being the Ice Emperor? Like, seriously? So yeah, the Preeminent escaped from the Departed Realm, so I guess when realms are destroyed, they go to the Departed Realm, so Pixel stopped it, and the preeminent was back to the departed realm, and Wu forgave Pixel for letting the ninjas go to the Neverrealm. So yeah, this episode is a complete filler episode. It should have never existed. It's very bad. So we go to the corruption episode. So this episode is like how Zane became the Ice Emperor. So in this episode we learned how Zane became the Ice Emperor, and in this episode we get to see Vex. Vex went to like the castle, and he told them that the formlings are bad, but they didn't trust him, like they didn't believe him, and the king knows that he's lying. And fun fact, the king is actually Grimfax. So yeah. So Vex met Zane, and Zane was like charging the Titan mech, but Vex interrupted and Zane forgot everything. Like he forgot everything. And Vex told him that he's a king, and Zane held the scroll, and he trusted Vex, and Zane took over the castle because Vex told him that it was Zane's castle. So and Zane became the Ice Emperor. So the episode is good. I like seeing Zane trying to understand where he is and trying to fix the mech. I liked how he took over the castle when he was like holding the scroll. So yeah, it's a good episode. So we go to episode 28, titled A Fragile Hope. So Lloyd is trying to make Zane remember who he is and that he's his friend. So Lloyd was thrown into a cell, and the mysterious prisoner turned out to be Kataru, Akira's brother. So Grimfax freed Lloyd, and he wants to help Lloyd because Grimfax wants to reclaim his throne, because this is his castle, by the way. So he joined Lloyd's side, and Jay, Kai, Nia, Cole, and Crag found the land bounty, and Nia fixed it, and they escaped from those wolves. So the episode is good. So yeah, it's a good episode. So we go to episode 29, titled Once and For All. So the ice dragon, start attacking the land bounty, but Nia stopped him, and Akita went to the castle. Grimfax and Kataru were captured by Vex. Akira was willing to kill the Ice Emperor because like she was holding a knife. So yeah, the Blizzard Samurai is captured Kataru. Lloyd made it to the Ice Emperor's throne room. So yeah, the episode is good. So we go to the final episode of not just the Ice chapter, but the final episode of the overall season. So Nia found out that Zane is the Ice Emperor, and that the Ice Dragon starts attacking them again. So Nia finally learned how to control ice, so she throwed some ice shards on the dragon, but the dragon survived, making Nia's arc pointless. So Kai finally got his powers, and he melted the dragon. And the Ice Emperor froze Lloyd, and Vex was gonna kill Lloyd, and Vex said to Lloyd that he couldn't protect his friend, and Zane heard Vex, and he remembered the famous Zane line that was first said by Dr. Julian, which is protect those who cannot protect themselves. And Zane stopped Vex and destroyed the second scroll, and Akita reunited with her brother Kataru, and the ninjas got back to Ninjago, and Akita kissed Lloyd on the cheek, maybe hinting something between them in the future, I don't know. But yeah, for now they're just friends. So the season ends with Akita and Kitaru being happy and Vex getting banished. So the end. This is how the season ends. So the finale was very rushed in my opinion. Like I like the fight between Lloyd and the Ice Emperor, but it was rushed. The ending was rushed like. So let's talk about the stuff that I liked. So I liked seeing the ninjas interacting with the people that lives in the Neverrealm, the people that lives in that village. So yeah, I liked seeing the ninjas interacting with them a little bit, and I liked how that fight against the Blizzard Samurai. I loved that first fight between the ninjas and the Blizzard Samurais, and I like those moments between Vex and the Ice Emperor, and the Ice Emperor was good in those scenes before we learned who he actually is. So yeah, I loved how mysterious in those episodes. I liked how the Ice Emperor was like mysterious, in those episodes, and his voice actor nailed it, like really nailed it. And I liked how bad Kai felt, that he was like hopeless in the Firemaker episode, where he was like apologizing to Sorla about their fire being taken out. And I liked Lloyd's relation with the wolf, aka Red, which is Akira, by the way, but he didn't know. So yeah, and I liked Zane's message. It was done very well, and it was sad, and Lloyd was heartbroken from that message. So yeah, I liked that scene. And I liked how Lloyd was mad about Akira pretending to be a wolf. I really liked that. Because, guys, I like that Lloyd is still messed up about Harumi and how, like, she betrayed him in season 8. I like that he was still affected by, like, Harumi. Because he learned a lesson from her, and it's not to trust anyone. And it makes sense why Lloyd was very mad at Akira. I really liked that Harumi, which was Lloyd's love interest, affected Lloyd. I like that Harumi affected Lloyd, and he learned something from her, because Harumi betrayed Lloyd, and Lloyd was heartbroken because he was in love with her. So yeah, remember, Lloyd said in the episode Dread on Arrival that from now he will not trust anyone. So yeah, I liked how Lloyd was pushing Akira back. I like that Lloyd carried his development from season 8 to that episode where he didn't trust Akira. So yeah, and I liked Akira's backstory, and I liked the relation between Lloyd and Akira. So yeah, and I liked how like Lloyd was bringing Harumi's, like in the Ice chapter when he was telling Akira some stuff about him. Because really, in March of the Oni, I didn't like that we never get to see how Lloyd is feeling about Harumi after her death. So yeah, so I like that he's bringing Harumi when he's talking to Akira. So yeah, and the relation between Lloyd and Akira was done very well. It's not a romantic relationship; they are just friends. And Lloyd versus the Ice Emperor was really cool. I loved that fight scene, and the ninjas versus the Ice Dragon was also good. And I liked Vex's origin and how he never got his own animal form. It was good. I liked the scene where the Ice Dragon froze the whole village and Kai failed to stop him. And I liked how sad Kai was. So yeah. Well, and also I liked seeing Akira's village, like the Formlings village, all being frozen, and Akira was crying. And I liked how Kataru, he sacrificed himself, and he was frozen, and Akira was sad and was crying. So yeah, her backstory was done very well. And I liked how Cole was blaming himself for losing the tea, and I liked how he had that solo mission to So yeah, I like that he had a solo mission and all that. So yeah, because Cole he doesn't have much developments like the other ninjas, so it's good to see that he got 2 episodes that focused on him. So yeah, and also I liked, like I said, I like the backstory of how Zane made it to the Never Realm, and how he took how he became the Ice Emperor. There were some problems I'm gonna mention in the stuff that I didn't like in this season. So yeah, that's all I have to say for the stuff that I liked in the chapter. Now let's go to the stuff that I really didn't like in the Ice chapter. We really didn't have a lot of fights between the ninjas and the Blizzard Samurais. I mean, they only fought them once in the Firemaker episode. Well, Lloyd did fight the Blizzard Samurais in other episodes, but we just didn't have a lot of combats between the ninjas and the Blizzard Samurais, and I really didn't like that. I loved the Blizzard Samurais design, so I was expecting a lot of action scenes. But we just didn't have that much. The Fire chapter had some amazing fight scenes, like the museum fight, the fight between Lloyd and Nia and Esphira in Ancient History, and the Forbidden Spinjitzu fight in Pixel Samurai X Cave. So yeah, in the Ice chapter, there were really not a lot of good fight scenes. We really didn't have a lot of fight scenes. We just didn't have a lot of fights between the ninjas and the Blizzard Samurais. So yeah, I mean, the ninjas fought wolves, a big rock creature, and a big bird, and the crag, the ice dragon. they fought those creatures more than they fought the real threat of the season, which are the Blizzard Samurais. I mean, really, they fought creatures, animals, dragon, and the dragon more than they fought the Blizzard Samurais. They only fought them like once or twice. So yeah, and that brings me to my other problem in this chapter, and it's that the ninjas are fighting a lot of animals and creatures, and I didn't like that. I wanted ninjas versus Blizzard Samurais, and I got Cole versus Crack, Lloyd versus a giant bird, ninjas versus wolves, Lloyd versus a giant stone creature. So yeah, I didn't like that. Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu gives us a lot of ninjas versus beasts and animals. Yeah, we had a lot of fight scenes between ninjas and beasts and animals, especially in the ice chapter. And yeah. So yeah, now to my other problem in this chapter, and it's Kai. I didn't like Kai that much in this chapter. He changed a lot. I liked the moment where he created another fire and the villagers called him the fire maker, but then in the very next episode, he's laying down and happy that he got his powers, and he's showing off to the villagers that he got powers and that he is the fire maker. So yeah, Kai was bad in the ice chapter. And, like, I didn't like that. Kai was bad. So yeah, Kai is bad in the ice chapter. And you have Nia's stupid arc. Her arc in the ice chapter is that, oh, she can't control water because it's frozen. Listen, for real, what happened to Nia's powers? Like, she used to shoot water from her hand. She used to release water from her hand. But after the Lego Ninjago movie, she became master of controlling water. Like, she's not shooting water anymore. Like, the location where Nia is, needs to have water. Nia needs to be surrounded by water so she could control it. So yeah, and use it against bad guys. So in the ice chapter, she can't use her powers cause the water is frozen. Well, she could have just released water from her hand, but no, they didn't do that. Nia can't create water with her hands like she used to. So yeah, Nia can't create water like she used to. She just controls it now. Nia controls water when she's surrounded by it. I didn't like her arc in the ice chapter, because really, she could have released water from her body. But no, Nia can only use water when she's surrounded by it. And yeah, like it started happening after the Lego Ninjago movie, and especially like in Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu. She only used water when she's surrounded by it. And that is stupid, especially in the ice chapter, because, well, she had that stupid arc. Oh, she can't use her powers, the water is frozen. Just shoot water from your hand. I mean, really? And also, when she finally controlled ice and dropped some ice shards on the dragon, well, the dragon survived, making Nia's arc pointless. And they forgot about Nia controlling ice like after she dropped those ice shards. Her arc is over. We never got another scene in the show with Nia controlling ice. So yeah, the arc was pointless, and it should have never existed, should have never happened, really. Nia doesn't need to be surrounded by water to use her powers. So yeah, it's just stupid, guys. Her arc is stupid. So, yeah, let's just move on. So, we have Sorla. Sorla is a bad character. Like, she just gives the ninjas informations. She's like Master Wu or Misako or even Mistake. And her voice is very bad. I didn't like her voice. Ninjago is not good with voicing old people, to be honest. Really. Nothing against the voice actor who played Sorla, but Sorla's voice is just really not that good. I just really didn't like it. So Sorla is just here to give the ninjas informations. So yeah, and it's a missed opportunity. I mean, the ninjas are without Wu, they are in the Never Realm, and it would have been great to see like the ninjas trying to figure out some stuff on their own. So yeah, I thought that we're gonna like see the ninjas without Wu, and we could see them do stuff on their own, but no, the ninjas still need a mentor. And I didn't like that. And Sorla was telling Nia to believe in herself, and why is she telling Nia that? Why is Sorla telling Nia that? Nia knows this. She had an arc in season 5 about becoming the master of water, about becoming the water ninja. So yeah, she doesn't need Sorla. She can do this all by herself. So yeah, Sorla was giving Nia lessons that Nia really doesn't need. She did this before. She knows this. Well, it was different, like Nia wasn't trying to control ice in season 5. But still, Sorla's lessons are just boring, and Nia's arc is boring too. Really, Nia knows that she is the master of water, and she knows that she has to believe in herself. Because Sorla was telling her that you're the master of water, you need to believe in yourself. Nia knows that, okay? She knows that she's the master of water. She knows she had that arc in season 5. And it was amazing season 5, but here it's worst. So yeah, and Vex is an okay villain. He's very forgettable. I mean, when you think of Ninjago villains, he's not the one that's gonna come in your mind. And also, I didn't like the plot twist that Kitaru is the prisoner. I mean, I I didn't see it coming. Well, I kind of did, but I didn't. It's I don't know, but yeah, I didn't like that plot twist. Really, I mean, yeah, I kind of didn't see it coming, but at the same time, I didn't care about Kitaru being the prisoner. So yeah, it's not. I mean, really, Kitaru is not someone that we know. He's a new character. We only saw him once in Akira's backstory. So yeah, I didn't really care about Kitaru. Like, they were making the prisoner mysterious in a way, but then it turned out to be Kitaru. Like, really, it's a bad plot twist. Not because it was predictable, well, it's a bad plot twist because no one asked for it. Like, really, Kitaru is not a character that we attached to as an audience. We've seen him once before he turned out to be the prisoner. Really, like Mistake being an Oni in season 9, like that was a good twist because we get to see her in season 8 and 9. So we were invested on her character. She had more screen time, so the plot twist of her being an Oni was amazing. So yeah, and Skylar being the spy in season 4 is good because we spent time with Skylar in season 4 and her relation with Kai. So yeah, we spent time with Skylar before she turned out to be the spy. So yeah, but Kitaru being the prisoner, it just didn't amaze me. Like, when he was revealed to be the prisoner, I was like, oh, so Kitaru is the prisoner, and then I moved on. But with Skylar being the spy or Harumi being the quiet one, oh boy, I was invested. We spent time with those characters. So yeah. But Kitaru, come on. I don't care about Kitaru, guys. I really didn't care about Kitaru in the Ice chapter. And also, Akira's reunion with Kitaru was rushed. It wasn't that good. There was no emotional moment. Like, really? They just hugged and the episode skipped to another scene. Like, really? I was expecting an emotional moment since she didn't saw her brother for like decades. But then they just embraced and they never showed to us their reaction and how they feel. So yeah, I mean, I was thinking that Akira will be shocked to see her brother being alive, but no, they just hugged. So yeah, very bad. And also, I didn't like the traveler's tree stuff. Really, like, there is no consequences for the ninjas losing the tea. Well, yeah, Cole lost the tea by accident, I know that, but still, I was excited to see how the ninjas are gonna get back, and then it turned out to be the traveler's tea. Again, like, what? And also, it came out of nowhere. The traveler's tree stuff came out of nowhere. Like, how the other villagers didn't tell the ninja about the tree, but a random kid did. I mean, that random kid told Cole about it. So yeah, to me, that is bad writing, guys. Like, the first spinjitzu master was lost in this realm, and it was hard for him to get back, but Cole just climbed a mountain and found a traveler tea. I mean, really? Like, well, at least we know where the traveler's tea come from, and it's from the tree. I just didn't like the traveler's tree thing here. I wish there was another way for the ninjas to come back, other than using the traveler's tea again, which they used a lot on some Ninjago seasons. And you have those two filler episodes, and they are very bad. The absolute worst is terrible. And the Kaiju Protocol, is also bad, guys. Like, why the Kaiju Protocol episode was placed between My Enemy, My Friend and A Fragile Hope. Like, after we found out that Zane is the Ice Emperor, we got the Kaiju Protocol episode. Like, really? And also, it was so hard for the ninjas to defeat the Preeminent in Season 5. It took them very long, and it took Nia to unlock her true potential. But here Pixel just used electricity on it. I mean, what? They should have never brought the Preeminent back. I mean, Season 5 is one of the darkest Ninjago seasons. Like, it's one of the darkest and mature Ninjago seasons, at least in my opinion. But yeah, Season 5 is one of the darkest Ninjago seasons, but then you joke about this season with having Pixel defeating the Preeminent in one episode all by herself without any help. Like, what? Yeah. The Kaiju Protocol is a very bad episode. And also, Zane being the Ice Emperor was very predictable. It was a bad plot twist. Like, they didn't even try to hide the fact that Zane is the Ice Emperor. I mean, the Ice Emperor's design give you a lot of clues that it's actually Zane. Like, the Ice Emperor's hands are blue and Zane's hands are also blue, like his gloves are blue. So yeah, and the leg printing of the Ice Emperor are similar to Zane's, and you have the ice staff that the Emperor was holding in his right hand, and the fact that when Zane was banished, he was banished alongside the scroll on his hand. Because when Zane got banished, he was holding the scroll on his right hand, and the Ice Emperor was holding it on his right hand too. And yeah, they tried to hide the fact that the Ice Emperor was actually holding the scroll by freezing it and make it look like an ice staff or something. But then you have the sets where they show to you the Ice Emperor holding the scroll. So yeah, and the sets they didn't. So yeah, they didn't hide it in the sets. They only did it in the actual show. And Vex said that he discovered an elemental power in the Formling episodes, giving fans confirmation that Zane is the one that was found by Vex, and he is the Ice Emperor. So yeah, even before Secret of the Forbidden Spinjitzu was out, fans were speculating that Zane could be the Ice Emperor just from looking at his minifigure. Okay? Just from looking at the Ice Emperor's minifigure. And I didn't like that Vex was just banished. It just doesn't make sense. I mean, he was ruling the realm alongside the Vex was ruling the realm alongside the Ice Emperor for decades, and he destroyed the Formlings village by freezing everyone. But they let him go. He should have been locked on a cell or something. But yeah, they just let him go. And also, my other problem is that the other ninjas took forever to leave the village. Like, they stayed in the village while Lloyd went on a mission to rescue Zane. I mean, they never met the Ice Emperor. Seriously? Like, Kai, Jay, Nia, Cole never encountered the Ice Emperor. It sucks. It really sucks. And who asked for another Lloyd season? I mean, really? He is more focused in the Ice chapter. He was more focused than the other ninjas. I mean, he made a new friend, which is Akira, and he found the Titan mech, fought a giant bird, a giant rock creature, learned about Akira's past, he fought the Ice Emperor, he fought the Ice Dragon. So yeah, that is too much for Lloyd. He got everything in this season. I mean, chapter, but yeah. Lloyd got everything in the Ice chapter. He was overused. I mean, I really needed a break from Lloyd after the Oni trilogy. I get it, he is the main character of the whole show, but I'm tired of him taking the spotlight. And the other ninjas were just there. They were useless. Well, except for Cole, because he got the Traveler's Tea. But yeah. And also, Zane had no problem for being the Ice Emperor. He had no problem for freezing Akira's village. He had no problem for killing Craig's family and for freezing Sorla and the rest of the village. I mean, really? I mean, yeah, he was under the control of Vex, but still, it's out of character. Zane should have felt bad about what he did, but he didn't. He was happy that he was back to Ninjago. He should have felt bad for what he did. Really. But yeah, I didn't like that. And I didn't like that Zane became evil because he lost his memory. I mean, Zane became evil because he lost his memories. I mean, the scroll had no effect on making Zane evil. Like, the scroll should have been the one that made Zane corrupted, but no, Zane became bad because Vex interrupted him and made him lose all his memories. And Zane was rebooted and all that. So yeah, the scroll didn't play the big role. The scroll didn't play the big part of Zane's corruption. The scroll didn't make Zane the Ice Emperor. It was Vex and not the scroll. So the scroll didn't serve anything. It didn't make Zane bad. It was Vex who made him bad. It was Vex who made Zane evil. It was telling him stuff and he was lying to him and all that. So yeah, I didn't like that Zane became evil because he lost his memories. They had a good opportunity to show to us that the scroll is dangerous. But they didn't use it. They didn't use the scroll. The scroll didn't make Zane the Ice Emperor. It was Vex. So yeah. Really, it was really, they missed an opportunity here. I just didn't like it. And Jay, he had nothing going on in this chapter. Same with the far chapter. Jay, he didn't have an arc like the rest of the ninjas. But yeah, he wasn't terrible. Jay was fine. But yeah, I wish he had something going on in the chapter. And the finale was rushed. It's just that we didn't have time to breathe in the Awakenings episode. And I wish the rest of the ninjas joined the fight and fought the Ice Emperor alongside Lloyd. But sadly, it didn't happen. So yeah, guys. The ninjas never fought the Ice Emperor. They never encountered the Ice Emperor. So, I'm gonna say it right now. The Ice chapter is very bad. I gave it a 3.5 out of 10. And that's what I give the Fire chapter. So yeah, that's what I give the Fire chapter too. It's just that a lot of people say that the Ice chapter is much better than the Fire chapter. And to me, they are both bad. Like, yeah, the Ice chapter is a little bit better than the Fire chapter. I have to say that, but it's still bad. The Ice chapter is still bad. Like, I gave both Fire chapter and Ice chapter a 3.5 out of 10. They are very bad, guys. So yeah, it's just that, to me, I like the Ice chapter a little bit more because it doesn't have a lot of filler episodes. So yeah, and the villains were better than Esfira. I mean, I liked Vex and the Ice Emperor more than Esfira. But yeah, but really, the Ice chapter is still terrible in my opinion. I just mentioned a lot of flaws that I have with the chapter in this video. The Ice chapter is really not that good. It's very bad. So yeah, and now to like my overall thoughts on Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu. I give the entire season, I give Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, like the entire season, I give it a 3 out of 10. This season is terrible, guys. Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu showed to us how Ninjago could go wrong. This season is bad. Like, it's childish, really. Because new Ninjago focus, new Ninjago focus more on younger demographic. It's not like Ninjago Masters of Spinjitzu. So yeah, new Ninjago focus more on younger demographic. So yeah, it's not like season 4, season 5, season 8, and season 9. So yeah, because like those seasons had like some dark elements on. So yeah, they were not predictable. Asphira, her motivations don't make sense. The Ice Emperor was cool, and I loved the concept of making one of the ninjas the main villain of a season, but the Ice Emperor didn't have a lot of screen time, and I didn't like that. They focused so much on keeping him mysterious, and they forgot about him. They didn't give him a lot of screen time, and Vex is a forgettable villain. He's not that good, really. So yeah, I really don't like Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu. Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu is a big letdown. 2019 was a weak year for Ninjago. You had March of the Oni, and March of the Oni was a mediocre season, and you have Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu. Yeah, it's just bad, guys. It's so bad. Both the Fire and Ice chapters, like both the Fire and Ice chapter are bad. So I'm done. So tell me what you guys think of the Ice chapter, and tell me what you guys think of the overall season. So do you think it's a good season? Do you think it's a bad season? Do you think it's an okay season? Just tell me your thoughts down in the comments below. So So if you guys like this video, please give it a like, and if you're not subscribed, then please subscribe. It means a lot to me, and turn on the notifications so you'll be the first one to know when I upload a video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm the one that love this cartoon, and you're the one that love it too.